Why, hello and welcome everybody. It is Pohx again, so don't worry about my eyes here. I got punched in the face and they seem really difficult to open. Anyway, moving on to what we were saying, I want to go ahead and go over my Tree of Savior build with you guys and kind of what we're going to be playing. Now, I do want to notice or state that before I do this, I'm going to try to update every single one of my guides that I've been playing in Path of Exile for you guys so you can be up to date with them. So this is going to be in future videos, but I wanted to bring this up for you guys now. We're going to go ahead and update the Lightning Strike Crit Two-Handed Deadeye Ranger. We're going to update, this would be a Bladefall Trapper, but I respect it, so it's going to be a Poison Ice Trapper. I would update my Inquisitor, but he doesn't have any gears, so rip the Dual Spark Dream. Next up, we have the Whispering Ice Trickster and the Blade Vortex character. So all of those will be updated here in the next 2 days or so. They should all be up to date for you guys. But let's move on into the meat of this, shall we, boys? So, for Tree of Savior, I've been playing a Swordsman pretty much every release, and I kind of want to play a Swordsman again, but I told myself, you know, play something else. Play something else, make a secondary character as a Swordsman, you know, fuck up your first character, learn the game, and then play a Swordsman, right? How's that sound? So, I'm going to go support bitch, but I'm going to be more than support bitch, alright? We're going to be support YOLO 420 Deeps, Kappa Kipo Kippa HD. So we're going to go Cleric 2 to start off. Now, the reason for Cleric 2 is I think that heal and safety zone are very, very strong within themselves. So basically what heal does is we're gonna be going for Paladin. So actually I'll just put in the full build and I'll explain the point process. We're gonna go Diver By or Diver By or Diver Fuck, whatever you want to call it. And then we're gonna go Circle 3 Paladin. After Circle 3 Paladin, I don't really know what I'm doing for rank 7. It honestly doesn't matter because by the time you get to this point, you're gonna understand what you want to do. So these are the main things. And here's the rundown. So Paladins are physical damage. They don't necessarily do too much magic attack. So we're going to be scaling through physical with Smite and Conviction and utilizing Barrier. Anyway, let's start from the basics. Now, why Cleric 2 instead of something else? Well, I feel that if you're going to put 1 or 2 points into a class, it's not going to be too efficient for what I'm doing since I am going to be physical damage and not magical. So by going Cleric, essentially, by doubling my heal, what this allows me to do is it adds a little bit more to the base, but the main purpose for it is each heal by itself heals for 5% of your maximum health. So by doubling the amount healed, by doubling the value of squares on the floor, you double the amount healed. And that's really, really important. So this is definitely one thing I thought of that's going to be really cool. And my friends helped me out a little bit with this. Safety Zone blocks 20 attacks. This is pretty much 100% complete immunity from the last time I played, and was a very, very good skill. Divine Might is necessarily not too bad. Allows you to buff everyone's damage, or pretty much their skill, by 1 level for 5 hits. It's nothing too crazy. It's alright. It's something that I may look into, and I need to figure out between Cure, Fade, and Deep Protected Zone what we're doing. So, Diver Derby, whatever the fuck you want to call it. The reason for the 1 point is I feel like if you're investing 1 point in, this is going to be one of the best things you can get. So, Carved Statue, I think this one allows you to teleport globally. I don't know too much. Then one of these two gives 20% cooldown reduction. It's actually this one here. Applies a buff to everyone that reduces cooldowns by 20%. And cooldown reduction is pretty much the entire game. You know, the whole reason why... cooldown reduction is everything in the game. You know, I mean, some people kill through auto attacks, but like all casters and heals and buffs, etc. scale with cooldown reduction. Carve Attack is okay. Nothing too special, but it's just something extra. So going on into the Paladin, we're definitely going to go with Smite. We're probably going to go level 1 Restoration. The Restoration aura is not too crazy. 1 point is pretty nuts because it starts off at 100 HP recovery, and we can just get the SP recovery passive, or the circle, which gives it an extra 50 SP recovery per second, or per whenever it goes off. So Restoration is what we're going to go with, and we're probably going to go Resist Elements as well. I don't think I'm going to touch Turn Undead, so we'll go through here, Max, leave it alone, and then Smite Max, Resist Elements Max. Barrier is going to be a max. Barrier allows you to push enemies away and create a barrier of protection, which doesn't allow others to enter for some time. This is very good for PvP, bosses, and in general, grinding areas. It's not a bad spot to have. And then we're probably going to go with Conviction. Conviction has a buff on it that is not stated on the Tree of Savior website, or the TOS base, which basically means if you apply Conviction to someone, your Smite hits 3 times. And that's a huge buff to Smite. Probably going to go 1 point conversion, and then we'll see exactly what we go with everything else. And the main goal here, I think, that I'm going to do for rank 7 is actually go Pardoner. So what Pardoner allows you to do is Simony or Simony, whatever this is called. This basically allows you to turn one of your skills into a scroll, and then you can sell it, and other people can use it. Barrier is a skill only granted by Circle 3 Paladin, and barrier scrolls will be pretty sought out for. So this is something I was also thinking as a first character would be really nice to give to my other characters. And scaling magic defense I think would be really cool as well. Temporarily increase the magic defense of you and your party members. So you have magic defense from here, and then you have resist elements as well. So I thought that was a pretty cool synergy as well. And you could scale a bit of spirit, but I don't think I'm going to touch it. And then I thought to myself that both of these are really good as well. This has pretty nuts scaling on it. Attacks 4 enemies, 8 enemies, etc. And then Discerning Evil is pretty good as well for duration increase of buffs for pretty much, you know, other builds. Not necessarily for you yourself, but for the other builds, you know, that are out there. Because you're kind of like a hybrid deep / support character as it is. So that's pretty much going to be my character. I don't really want to link it because everything is up in the air as to what I'm doing specifically. But you guys can see what I'm doing here if you guys are interested. I guess I can kind of save it, but again, this is all a rough draft, so I'm gonna build name this Kappa, Kipo, Kippa, Pally, HD. There you guys go. That's gonna be saved, alright, boys? So here's gonna be the link created by Anonymous. We are good to go. So that's pretty much going to be it for the video. Hope you guys enjoyed yourself. If you enjoyed the stream, feel free to like, share, and subscribe as always. And I will see you guys all tomorrow, boys. Remember, stay up to date with the YouTube channel to see what's happening. And Tree Savior drops the 29th. You guys all better fucking be there, alright, boys? You better be there on the stream because I'm going to be tired as fuck trying to pull off a huge marathon. So have a good one, boys. I will see you guys all later. And thanks for watching.